Right now at 5, weather whiplash. We check out the fallout after record-breaking snowfall.
You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 5.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at 5. I'm Ken Kozarowski. The Coulee region spent this morning shoveling driveways and cleaning the snow off cars. Snow, though, wasn't the only surprise some people got. As News 8 Now's Dua Israr found out, power outages affected thousands of people. Good evening, Dua.
Ken, last week people got used to the record-breaking warm temperatures. Today, people are getting used to record-breaking snowfall for this time of year. In La Crosse County, people also had power outages. Mike Harrow, the XL Service Community Manager, says roughly 10,000 people had no power on Sunday. Now that's down to 1,400. Harrow says the snowfall was tough on trees leading to the outages.
If there are trees by our lines, they fall into our lines and they snap the lines, or they break the poles, or they cause a breaker to blow, that type of thing, and then there's an outage.
Harrow says crews were on standby for these outages. XL has workers from Middle Wisconsin and the Twin Cities repairing outages in La Crosse County. Harrow says XL hopes to have all of those outages fixed by the end of the day. Ken?
Thanks very much, Dua. And if a power line breaks or falls in your area, do not go near it. Be sure to contact your electric company and 911. The Grand Crossing and Willow Trail in La Crosse River Marsh closed this morning. The closure started at 9. The La Crosse Parks Department said in a release it was due to high water. The trails will be closed until further notice. And high water, essentially a concern for many communities with this snowfall. Let's head over to Bill with the latest.
Yeah, not great when the Mississippi River is already in flood in many spots to get a heavy snow event and then more rain in the forecast this week. But first of all, let's review the snow. That was something, wasn't it? We average about 3 inches of snow during the month of April, not 10 to 20 inches plus like Jackson County. I broke it down by county here because there were so many snowfall reports and most of them were in these areas. Now, where you see a little plus by the higher number, yeah, a few isolated totals above those amounts. Clark County 10 to 19 inches. La Crosse and Trempealeau counties 9 to 16 inches plus. Monroe and Houston County 6 to 12. Winona County 4 to 11. Vernon County 5 to 10 inches of heavy, wet snow. Now, the good news, the ground was warm enough that the streets were in decent shape for the most part until late last night and early this morning. But temperatures topping out today only in the 30s where the deepest snow fell. Mid-40s just to our west. That storm system was a slow mover, so it finally moved east and away from the area earlier today. Decreasing clouds and decreasing wind tonight. Unseasonably cold, though. Lows in the 20s for most, including 27 in La Crosse. Again, we do have some rain in the forecast this week. I'll detail that in just a few minutes.
Sounds like a plan. Thanks, Bill. Back on the news side of things this evening, the defrocked Roman Catholic cardinal in the face of the church's clergy sexual abuse crisis has been charged in Wisconsin with sexually assaulting an 18-year-old man. A criminal complaint filed Friday alleges that in 1977, Theodore McCarrick fondled a man while staying at a cabin in southeastern Wisconsin. The alleged victim, who is not named, told investigators that McCarrick had repeatedly sexually assaulted him when he was 11 and even brought him to parties where older men sexually assaulted him. McCarrick was removed from the priesthood in 2019 after a Vatican investigation found he had molested adults and children. McCarrick was the highest-ranking Roman Catholic official in the U.S. to face criminal charges for sexual abuse after accusations in 2021. The church has confirmed it made financial settlements with adults who accused McCarrick of sexual misconduct. We are learning more about the victims of this weekend's mass shooting at a 16th birthday party in Dadeville, Alabama. Police say 4 people were killed and 28 others were hurt, mostly teenagers. 18-year-old Phil Dowdell, 23-year-old Corbin Holston, 19-year-old Marcia Collins, and 17-year-old Shankia Nicole Smith were killed. And the birthday girl, Alexis Dowdell, witnessed the shooting. She took care of her brother when he was wounded.
I grabbed him and I was patting him on his face, and I said, stay with me. I said, stay with me, you strong. I said, you strong. I said, you gonna be fine.
Now, she lost her brother shortly after. A group of lawmakers in Alabama have called for new gun legislation today, something they planned before the deadly weekend shooting. Witnesses report more than one shooter. Police are asking anyone with information to come forward, but have not provided other details. There have been 162 mass shootings in the U.S. so far this year. That's according to the Gun Violence Archive. Protesters marched through the National Mall carrying photos of loved ones lost to gun violence and calling on Congress to ban assault weapons. Lindsay Hartman was at the 4th of July parade attack in Highland Park, Illinois last year when a gunman killed 7 people and wounded 48 others. She says she shielded her 4-year-old from the bullets.
I'm terrified every single day, every single moment, because it's not if it will happen again, it's when.
Now, a new CBS News poll finds 62% of Americans want to ban the AR-15 semi-automatic rifle, but the poll also found stark differences along ideological lines. 81% of liberals think the U.S. would be safer if fewer or no people owned guns, while 40% of conservatives think the U.S. would be safer if more people or everyone had guns. Now, right now, all Wisconsin schools are gun-free zones, but a new proposal in the Wisconsin state legislature could change that. Braden Ross explains.
Is this a perfect solution? No, it's not a perfect solution. Is it a possible solution? Yeah.
A new bill proposed in the Wisconsin legislature this week could mean Wisconsin teachers can be armed at school.
When it comes to our kids and our schools and protecting them in schools, I think we should put all options on the table.
It's an idea that isn't popular with everyone.
The last thing we need is more loaded guns in schools.
But Representative Scott Allen says it's something schools are asking for. The idea for the bill came last summer when the Germantown School District passed a resolution asking the state to let them decide if school staff can carry firearms on campus.
Wisconsin's law, which is a statewide law, preempts local school districts from making their own decisions relative to the protection and safety of their students.
Right now, Wisconsin state law makes all schools in the state gun-free zones, something Allen says is a one-size-fits-all response to a complicated issue. Under his bill, the question of arming teachers would be left up to every individual school district.
So if one community doesn't want to do that at all, then they voice that to their school board and their school board acts accordingly. If another school district says this is entirely appropriate for us, they can then implement their own policies.
It's an approach Allen says could save lives.
Every minute matters, and in some communities, especially some of our rural communities, it could be a lot of minutes before authorities could arrive.
But still, critics just aren't convinced.
I don't think that anybody, no matter where they live, deserves to go to school and know that there are loaded weapons on school grounds. It doesn't make any of us safer.
And Governor Tony Evers has said that if this legislation lands on his desk, he would not sign it. House Speaker Kevin McCarthy traveled to Wall Street to say the future of the U.S. economy hinges on a showdown with the president over the debt ceiling. Congress has until this summer to raise the debt ceiling to pay for bills it has already passed. And if it fails to do so, the U.S. could default on its debt for the first time in history. McCarthy says the bill would return spending to 2022 levels and limits federal spending growth to 1% over the next 10 years. Now, his proposal is not likely to pass in the Democratic-led Senate.
Let me be very clear. There's 2 things I will not do. I will not raise taxes, and I will not pass a clean debt ceiling. It just won't pass.
The White House issued a statement saying, quote, "There is one responsible solution to the debt limit, addressing it promptly without brinksmanship or hostage-taking." The government says it should have a more precise date for when it will run out of money and default on the debt once it calculates this year's income tax receipts. And the deadline for individuals to file their taxes is tomorrow. Just ahead, thousands celebrated on the sidelines of the Boston Marathon today. How athletes are staying Boston strong 10 years after tragedy. We'll be right back.
I won't write your will.
I don't write contracts.
I won't handle your divorce.
I do know a few things about personal injury law.
All I do is help injured people get the compensation they deserve.
At Bygoff and Rohde, that's how we get results.
At Bagnevsky Heating and Air Conditioning, we know the Cooley region's weather is unpredictable. 40 degrees today, 75 tomorrow. Is your HVAC system fully prepared to effectively handle the stresses of the next season? Beat the inevitable rush and schedule your HVAC clean and check today. Be confident your air conditioning unit and furnace will work when you need it. Call Bagnevsky Heating and Air Conditioning, your trusted trained comfort specialist. It's hard to stop a train.
Your trained comfort specialist, Bagnevsky.
There's a spot. It's not marked by an X, and it's not anywhere on a map. It comes from within, and it's defined by you. Where passion meets compassion. Where technology meets application. Where your path finds its way. Western Technical College, where your future is finally clear.
Stella Jones Corporation in Bangor has immediate openings and wants you to apply. They say this job takes grit, attention to detail, and ability to work as a team. Stella Jones Corporation is where safety matters and wages sustain a comfortable living. If you have what it takes and can stand behind our railroads, then we want you to apply today. $2,500 hiring bonus.
Save big on your next project with 11% off everything now at Menards. Be prepared for spring flooding and keep your basement dry with Barracuda pumps. Pick up this half-horsepower utility pump kit for $88.99 after rebate. Keep your lawn looking great with a new sprinkler system. Visit our plumbing department for Rainbird sprinkler heads and components. Right now, get a gear drive rotor sprinkler for just $8.89 after 11% rebate at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
I've practiced personal injury law for 4 years.
For 20 years.
For 32 years.
All I do every day
Has helped injured people get the compensation that they deserve.
At Vigoff and Rohde, that's how we get results.
Thank you for watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
Thousands of fans lined the route of the Boston Marathon today, many still remembering the devastating terror attack 10 years ago. Jared Hill was along the course in Boston.
It was an emotional start to the 127th Boston Marathon, 10 years after the fatal bombing that shook this city like never before.
I am so excited.
Racers in wheelchairs were first to start, followed by a sea of nearly 30,000 runners covering the 26.2-mile course from Hopkinton to Boston.
I'm very excited, and it's so cool to see all of these people come together to do one race.
Over the weekend, families attended remembrance ceremonies and wreaths were laid at the sites where 2 pressure cooker bombs went off. Heather Abbott lost her leg below the knee in the attack, and now her foundation helps others get access to prosthetic devices.
I've made an effort to not focus on what I can't change. And what I can't change is what happened the day of the Boston Marathon bombing. So I try to look forward and think about how I can change the future and how I can make it better.
But this Monday, the focus was on the racers. 2 Kenyans led the way. Evans Chebet won the men's division for the 2nd year in a row, and Helen Obiri pulled away from the pack very late in the race to win in only her 2nd marathon. Runners showing they're Boston strong 10 years later, crossing the finish line in the same location. Jared Hill, CBS News, Boston.
The Boston Marathon bombings have had a lasting impact when it comes to security. Authorities have changed the way they police races and how intelligence is shared between the cities involved. Coming up after the break, high floodwaters are attracting a lot of attention at a Minnesota state park. What they're seeing and the risk coming up in just a few minutes.
And I'm Chief Meteorologist Bill Graw. We're finally getting rid of the snowstorm from yesterday and this morning. Now, again, focus back on the flooding along the Mississippi. I'll have some detailed updates with the stages and forecast press coming up next.
A new day has dawned on the all-new Maury's, Audi, and Volkswagen of La Crosse. Feel the luxury of Maury's Audi as soon as you enter the new state-of-the-art Audi dealership. Audi technology and style incorporated into Maury's La Crosse Audi sales and service. Maury's Volkswagen La Crosse features an upbeat, high-tech atmosphere. Having service done, enjoy our relaxing lounge as you wait. Come experience excellence at the new and improved Volkswagen of La Crosse. New building, new location, same friendly staff. Maury's Audi and Volkswagen of La Crosse.
Is your roof ready for summer weather? At River Valley Remodelers, our roofing system provides the protection your home needs for all weather. We've got great news. It's affordable. Right now, we're front-loading work for spring installs and passing the savings on to you. Call now to receive your free estimate and a $500 voucher towards your new roof. Plus, we'll donate 5% of install costs to New Horizons. River Valley Remodelers. Improve your home. Build our community.
Rise and shine. Today you start a new and exciting adventure. So step up and dream big. At the School District of La Crosse, let curiosity guide you, not fear of the unknown. Meet friends, learn and play. embrace change, discover hidden talents, and let loose your unbridled potential. Build a better future, because here, anything is possible. The School District of La Crosse. Dream, believe, achieve.
This is how legends are made.
Chevy Silverado and new Silverado HD. Choose your own path with the #1 best-selling retail full-size pickup and see where it takes you. Find new roads. It's Chevy truck season. Get 0% financing plus make no monthly payments for 90 days on all 2023 Silverado 1500 pickups. Or current Chevy owners get $37.50 total cash allowance on all 2023 Silverado pickups with a turbo high-output engine. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
Are you feeling confused or overwhelmed by all your Medicare choices? You're not alone.
These guys are phenomenal, not just from the original sign-up and registration, but service every year and holding my hand from some difficult decisions. I've had great medical service.
At Strive Medicare, we're here making Medicare simple for our Cooley region neighbors. We're located in the Social Security building in beautiful downtown La Crosse. So stop in today and get your free copy of my book, Making Medicare Simple.
The news continues on News 8 Now. Expect more.
Raging floodwaters are bringing spectators to one northern Minnesota city. The St. Louis River is rising at the Jay Cook State Park in Carlton. The Minnesota DNR closed the park's swinging bridge for safety reasons. The bridge will reopen when the river flows decrease. One visitor says she had to check it out.
We just came out to check the river. We saw some pictures on Facebook and we wanted to see it in person. No, I've never seen it like this before. It's very high and fast.
One business owner in Scanlon, Minnesota says her restaurant is becoming an island already. The water is about 3 or 4 inches below the storage room. She says if it rises too high, guests won't be able to enter or exit the building. Fountain City officials are asking for volunteers to help businesses and residents prepare for floodwaters. The city is asking volunteers to commit to 2-hour shifts, the first of which starting 8 a.m. tomorrow. They're hoping for 20 to 30 volunteers per shift. Volunteers should bring a pair of work gloves and a shovel if they have one. The city will be providing all other supplies, as well as food and water. Anyone interested in volunteering can contact the mayor, Public Works, or City Hall to sign up for a time frame. They can also just show up on Liberty Street near the post office and check in that way. We'll post that contact information on our website, news8000.com. But again, floodwaters remaining a concern across multiple riverfront communities in our viewing area. So let's switch things up and send it over to Bill.
Yeah, all a result of record snowfall this past winter over north central Wisconsin and north central Minnesota as well. And we had plenty of snow around here also, but again, most of the impacts locally come from snowmelt upstream. Now, river flood warnings continue all up and down the Mississippi River, also parts of the Wisconsin River and the Chippewa River also from, say, southern Dunn County down through its confluence with the Mississippi River. But the Mississippi River flood warnings all the way through the viewing area from Wabasha to the north and west down to Prairie du Chien and McGregor, Iowa to the south of La Crosse. So here's the latest data as of last hour. Latest stage in Wabasha, Winona, and La Crosse and McGregor, all above flood stage now. You can see the flood stages in the first column there, current stages in the second column, and the forecast crest in the third column. Now, I will caution you that forecast crests in terms of the level and the date can be rather changeable dependent on precipitation that we may see this week and other factors coming into play. But as of now, forecast crest for Wabasha 15.9 around April 21st or 22nd, Winona 18 feet around the 22nd or 23rd. Here in La Crosse, just over 15 feet on April 23rd and probably over 21.3 feet down to the south after April 24th as that water makes its way south. So stay tuned for updates on that, and if you have interest along the river, keep a close eye on those water levels and be prepared to act. All right, currently skies are still mostly cloudy, but a little bit of sun and blue off in the distance there. 39 the chilly high today. We should be around 60. That 39 is where we normally bottom out. 83 the record high in 2016, 15 the record low. 0.8 of an inch of liquid. This was after midnight, 2.5 inches of snow, but again, the storm total, 9.5 inches in La Crosse. That puts our season total up to 63.6 inches of snow. That is 1.5 feet above average. 39 degrees, cloudy skies at the airport, 41 downtown. There's that latest Mississippi River stage up to 12.57 feet. The good news for you folks in Eau Claire, the Chippewa River is falling. Chilly temperature of 38 degrees. So this snowstorm finally moves out, and boy, it's a massive storm system. Look at the real estate this thing is covering and its associated cold front all the way down to Florida. Unfortunately, more active weather to the west will bring periodic rain and thunderstorm chances later this week. Now, current temperatures, cold where there's snow on the ground, but boy, those spring temperatures we enjoyed last week, not too far away, but 30s and 40s locally, including 38 in Eau Claire, 39 in La Crosse, and gusty northwest winds, still gusting 30+ miles per hour. So Sky Tracker showing decreasing clouds tonight, and then heading into tomorrow, lots of sunshine and a much needed dry day with quite a bit of melting going on. But as we head into early Wednesday, we'll see some bands of showers and maybe even some thunder rolling through, with more scattered showers and thunderstorms potentially into Thursday. Not really what we need at this point. Clouds decrease, wind decreases tonight as well. Unseasonably cold though, 20s for most, including 27 in La Crosse. Mostly sunny and warmer tomorrow, 51, but that's still well short of our average high of 60. And we're going to stay below average right through the week with those scattered showers and thunderstorm chances on Wednesday and Thursday. Very small chance on Friday. Dry but cooler for the weekend, highs only in the upper 40s, and then back in the 50s next Monday and Tuesday. So hopefully we won't get much rain with those systems on Wednesday and Thursday, because that's kind of the last thing we need right now.
Absolutely. Thanks, Bill.
Okay.
When we come back, making music from history. How a Nebraska man is making guitars with wood from an old battleship. Stay with us.
Spring is a great time to plan your next home improvement project. Call now for a free estimate on windows, doors, siding, sunrooms, decks, baths, kitchens, or flooring.
Untitled Chapter, the bargain shop.
When you want new furniture with styles that are nice, and we've made very special buys that are always the right price.
Now in all home furniture stores.
Gotta make a stop at the bargain shop.
There are so many things we take for granted, and along with them, sometimes we take the people who depend on them for granted too. How can they survive with record increases in their basic cost of living, and through no fault of their own, they're being left behind? If you or someone you know needs a hand up, our energy and water providers are working together to keep you safely in your home. You may not ask for it, but we're here to help.
Introducing the StarMark Composite Window, now available exclusively at Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions. With its solid frame construction, this revolutionary window is 2,000% more airtight, 40% more energy efficient, and 12 times stronger than the average vinyl window.
And at a price less than what many companies charge for lower quality vinyl windows. Receive a free triple pane upgrade on select windows and 24 months interest-free financing.
At Bagnevsky Heating and Air Conditioning, we know the Cooley region's weather is unpredictable. 40 degrees today, 75 tomorrow. Is your HVAC system fully prepared to effectively handle the stresses of the next season? Beat the inevitable rush and schedule your HVAC clean and check today. Be confident your air conditioning unit and furnace will work when you need it. Call Bagnevsky Heating and Air Conditioning, your trusted trained comfort specialist. It's hard to stop a train.
Your trained comfort specialist, Bagnevsky.
During the spring patio sale at Home Seasonal Concepts, get 10% off sale prices, plus no money down 3-year special financing and free shipping on purchases of $4.99 or more. The spring patio sale going on now at Home Seasonal Concepts.
You're watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
A Nebraska man is turning military history into music. Phil Whitmarsh is using deckwood from an old battleship to make electric guitars, of all things, and it's all for a good cause, as our John Grinvalds reports.
It started as a passion project during the darker days of the pandemic, taking pieces of history, making them sing. Now, plenty of blood, sweat, and splinters later, what started as deckwood from a ship that saw action in both world wars will make music wherever it goes.
It's so gratifying to see the final product and to know that it is an instrument that can be played and enjoyed, that it takes the life cycle of the material to the next level.
They don't look or sound like your typical glossy music store guitars, and that's the point.
Part of the beauty of these instruments are the nail holes. They are the cracks and holes that have been filled in.
For Phil, this work started with a hypothesis that the rich history of a piece of wood can change its sound. He's working on a guitar with wood from Oak Island, an area scoured for treasure and believed by some to be cursed, to a similar effect.
Whether it comes from factory wood or print shop wood or a homestead, the spirit and the memories of that place and those faces go right into the hard drive of the wood, if you will.
Phil has 2 guitars ready, and at least one will get auctioned off to help the USS Texas as it undergoes $35 million worth of repairs.
Whitmarsh says he hopes to get more wood from the Battleship Foundation so he can make a series of guitars for charity. We will have one more look at tonight's forecast and beyond when we come back.
It's our lowest prices of the season at Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Right now, shop unbeatable deals on the things you need for spring. Like assorted bags of Timberline mulch, 4 for $12. For rewards members, all Skechers footwear is buy one, get one half price. Save 20% on these Blaine's nut favorites. Plus, get a free $100 gift card when you buy this Husqvarna Hydro Lawn Tractor. Don't miss our lowest prices of the season in-store or online at farmandfleet.com.
Find value at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Stella Jones Corporation in Bangor has immediate openings and wants you to apply. They say this job takes grit, attention to detail, and ability to work as a team. Stella Jones Corporation is where safety matters and wages sustain a comfortable living. If you have what it takes and can stand behind our railroads, then we want you to apply today. $2,500 hiring bonus.
This time of year has many different names. We call it Showtime. It's when there's work to be done and fun to be had. Plus, it's time for spring bonus offers at your Northland Ford dealers, where you can save big on a Ford SUV to make it all happen. Start the season off right with 0% financing for 60 months, plus $1,000 in open trade assist on a new Ford Explorer. It's Showtime. Now, for a limited time only, get 0% financing for 60 months, plus $1,000 in open trade assist on a new Ford Explorer. Only at your Northland Ford dealers.
Nicolay, baby. I'll testify my commitment to the truth. Companies tremble while I'm spitting in the booth. I'm a lawyer rapper, peep the fit. Reppin' Nicolay law, cause we're the...
Daddy, what are you doing?
I'm making a rap video.
Good job. All right.
Boom!
It's easy to see when you have a plumbing problem, but when it comes to your water, things aren't always so clear. Without water conditioning, your water may be doing more harm than good. Hard water can damage your pipes and appliances, leave spotting on dishes, as well as dry out your skin and hair. Contact the professionals at Maxwell White. More than a plumbing company, we offer comprehensive water conditioning. That's 2 great services under one roof. Enjoy cleaner dishes, softer and brighter clothes, and much more with a simple call to Maxwell White. Water conditioning done right.
Coming up on the CBS Evening News, Sweet 16 turned deadly after a gunman opened fire on a birthday party. What investigators are learning about the attack that killed 4 in a small Alabama town. That's tonight here on the CBS Evening News.
Oh, crazy that we were talking record heat just last week. Temperatures this evening, chilly 30s, especially along and west of the Mississippi River where the highest snowfall totals occurred. 40s to the west of the river for the most part. Clouds decrease tonight. Decreasing winds as well, unseasonably cold though, 20s for lows, including 27 in the Cross. Better day tomorrow, lots of sunshine, 51. Unfortunately, scattered showers and thunderstorms Wednesday and Thursday.
All right, thanks a lot, Bill, and thanks for joining us tonight at 5. We'll see you at 6.